Hey guys, welcome back to AlgoYogi. We are doing linked list series and our next problem in the list is partition list. Let's go to the problem on LeetCode. So given the head of a singly linked list, they have not written singly, but it's a singly linked list and we are given a value x. Now we need to partition it in such a way that all nodes lesser than x comes before and all the nodes greater than or equal to the value x comes after. So we need to basically kind of sort them, or not really sort them around x, but at the same time not sort them, actually, my bad. Just take all the values, all the nodes lesser than x to the beginning and greater than or equal to x to the end. So I think it's really simple problem. And how is, we will create basically two dummy heads. So let's call dummy 1 and dummy 2. And what we are actually going to do is have traverse this entire list and take out the nodes and basically store them into the dummies depending on where they fall in comparison to the value of x is a integer, so it's a value in itself. So compare it with x. In this case, x is 3, x equals 3. So what I'm going to do is I will traverse this. So what is 1 lesser than or equals to 3 or greater than 3? It's lesser than. So I'm gonna append it to basically my dummy 1. Then I go to 4. 4 is basically greater than 3. So 4 will go to dummy 2. So I'm keeping lesser than x here and greater than or equal to x over here, or greater than or equal to x over here. So this is what I'm doing, and I'll keep doing it. Then 3 will come over here, and then I have 2 will come over here, 2 will come over here, and then I have 5 will go to this dummy 2, and then we have 2 will go to the dummy 1. And then in the end I will basically, here it will be the current pointer for dummy 1, so I can call it cur1. Cur1 will point its next pointer to, not over here, it will point to the beginning of my dummy. So it can point its next pointer to the dummy2 dot next, so over here. So this will become basically separate, partitioned around the value x, and order will be preserved because we were iterating it in the same order that our original list is. And then finally we can just return dummy 1 dot next. All right, I think it's a fairly easy problem. Just you have to think a little creatively, and we will when it comes down to writing the solution. Okay, let me switch the view a little. Okay, as I said, we're gonna have two dummies, or should I call them something else? Okay, I'm gonna call them dummy 1, dummy 2, or left dummy, and right dummy. So left dummy is list node, give any value, I'll give it 0, and then right dummy pointing to list node 0. So, and we want to have like current pointer also for left dummy and right dummy. So I'm just gonna call it left cur and right cur, and they are both pointing to, one is pointing to this, left is pointing to left dummy, and right is pointing to right cur is pointing to right dummy. Now we're gonna, since we don't have to deal with the head later, so we're gonna forget about it. So we'll just, instead of storing head into current, we will just work with it directly. So head, while head, if head dot value is lesser than x, all right, then it goes to my current left. Okay, so cur left cur dot next would be list node, and I'll just send it head dot value. All right, otherwise else, and okay, remember to increment our pointers. So this is what we are incrementing, and we will also increment this, and remember left, so left dot cur becomes its next. All right, now we're going to do the what if the value is greater than head dot val. So else case, that would be we move this thing up. All right, we place the node to dot next will be list node head dot value, and we will increment our head and head dot next, and this goes to itself dot next. Then finally, once we come out of this loop, we have processed all the nodes. Either they have gone to left dummy or right dummy, and their tail is represented currently by left cur and right cur. So what we want to do is take the left cur's next pointer. So left cur dot next points to my right dummy dot next. Okay, not right current, because that's at the end of the second list. Okay, so this dot next. All right, now do we have to do anything else? No, I think we can return simply just left dummy dot next. All right, left dummy dot next. And I'm not sure if I'm missing anything here, since right at the end of the day, when you are basically appending something to either left or right, then you know that since it's a list node, it will be pointing to none, so we don't have to specifically tell it to point anywhere else. I think that's it. Let's zoom out, and all right, let's submit it. Awesome, 100%. Let's write down the time complexity. Is big of n, and space complexity is also big of n, since we are storing these into 2 pointers and then basically assigning them. All right, okay, then I think you could honestly, instead of creating a new list, we could create the head. I think it would be just like a little bit of changes here. Yeah, since you don't want to create a new node, you can just use the existing node, although like I don't think it would make that much of a difference though. But yeah, I think then we would might be able to say that space complexity is 1. Anyway, this is equally good. This might be quite a problem now. Okay, all right then, let's mark it solved, and see you guys in the next problem.